UK Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a loss to the Lakers. Poke loose. Barnes with it. Guarded now by Larry Bird. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, what a big-time athlete. Scotty Barnes sprinting to the cup with effectiveness.
Outside Curry. There's the triple. Johnson with the rebound. Here's Chicago. Pass to Daniels. The shot from 20 feet away. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Morant. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. To the middle. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Curry. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Can Mr. Curry shoot the basketball? No doubt. But he's also a very willing and capable passer.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
And that one's good. Barnes.
There's Scotty Barnes in his element. He's so confident in the paint.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Mavericks. To the paint. Here's Jackson. It's all in by the Bulls. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the Bulls head coach. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Thybulle for three. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Chicago. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, G.A., Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Here's Nevitt. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Dallas moving the ball around. Morant with a wide open look. Dallas no good that time either. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good. Daniels.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Thybulle. Here's Nevitt. They need this. And Klingon pulls it down. Bulls leading by 5. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Quinn with the jam. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Pass to Daniels. Inside. Here's Worthy. And Worthy throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Nevitt. Now here's Morant for three. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Knocked loose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the left side wing. Lively, no one around him. No good with the triple. He can't get it to go. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Bulls out front. They're up by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out, Doris, a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. There's a screen by Washington. Back to Billups. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Checking into the game for your Bulls.
Bulls leading by 3. Here's Shannon. Pass to Richardson. Takes it inside. Offensive rebound. Lively. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Down low. And Gafford throws it down.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
Here's Shannon. Pass to Richardson. Over Pippen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Mavericks trailed by 5. Pass to Gafford. Outside, Billups. Now Marshall. Clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
Bulls leading by 5. Richardson outside. And again, Chicago, no good. Now, here's Gafford. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Here's Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Over in the corner, Marshall. Here's Billups. Shot's good. Marshall making the play.
Continuously working in close. Billups earning that bucket.
And Chauncey Billups gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball.
Substitution on the court. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Barnes with it.
2 minutes.
Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Bucket is good.
Boy, you combine the handle with Scotty Barnes' length, and this guy is a very tough cover.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. Hey, Doors, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
6 on the shot clock. Buries it from three-point range. And that's now 7 points for Donovan Clingan.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Shots good by Gafford.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Barnes. Bulls moving the ball around. Jacks up a 3. And the Bulls another 3.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
The shot's good from Gafford.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now Daniels. He's got 8. Pass to Barnes. Back to Daniels. For 3. It's good from long range. Daniels has got the lead up to 8 now for Chicago.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And here's Marshall from the arc. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Chicago leading by 8. Barnes looking around to the inside. Stolen by Bird. From the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. Bird's got the first field goal of the second half for Dallas.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Daniels inside the line. Back to Barnes. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. We'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Down low, here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Bird inside the three-point line. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Finished off the break. And now a 9-point Chicago lead.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Substitution on the court.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Curry can't get it to go.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Pass to Bird. Fires the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Richardson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Richardson's got 6.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
In the corner, Billups with it. Back to Gafford. With the drive. Johnson with the rebound. Bulls leading by 11. Here's Williams. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Still yet to score. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dinwiddie right side. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard. I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
On its way from Dinwiddie for 2. Lively trying to break loose.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
No good off the front iron.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Lively's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 13. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Gafford. Chicago grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Williams. Back to Dinwiddie. And stolen by Billups. Here's Marshall. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking at a 13-point lead heading.
The Mavericks, 31. The time is...
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pass to Nevin. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Now here's Dinwiddie. In the corner, Lively with it. Falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. And the Bulls lead by 13. Pass to Nevitt. Into the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Cody Williams.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Goes back up. Daniel. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Washington. They get it again. And Billups gets it to go.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
On the wing, Dinwiddie. Inside, it's tipped. Left side, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Here's Nevitt. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Pass to Worthy. Back to Daniels. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry! What else is new?
Now, doing it like only he can. Stephen Curry's accuracy is something to watch.
Here's Klingon. Back to Richardson. Daniels with it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
First free throw is good. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Curry fires from way outside. Here's the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the pick and roll is a play that Curry loves to operate, and he's always asking and seeking opportunities in this kind of situation.
Pass to Salon. Brown. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Steph Curry, what a finish!
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
To the wing on the left. The 3. Klingon's shot is off. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Curry on the wing. Sweet move. Driving inside. Misses the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Klingon shakes him. Bird pulls it in.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Pass to Nevitt. Lets the 3 fly. Again, Curry missing.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Klingon with it. In the corner, Daniels. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And Worthy has got it here for Chicago. Pass to Klingon. Fires from 18. He can't hit that time. We got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Curry wide open. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now Richardson. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. That was...
Line man gets this sorted. I worked 7 days this week, man. Fake the accreditations.